Welcome back to the channel. So, today I am going to be discussing Alvaro Carreras and whether Real Madrid should still go ahead and spend 50 million euros on this guy from Benfica. So, why has this debate even come about? Because if you rewind a couple of weeks, then Real Madrid are close to signing this guy. It's believed that the deal is done. It's believed that it's a matter of time before he walks through the door, and suddenly he's going to the Club World Cup with Benfica, and everyone's scratching their heads a little bit, wondering what went wrong. Because this was the guy, the chosen one to come in, the guy who could defend against Lamine Yamal. He's got all of this talent. Why hasn't it happened yet? And obviously, it seems to be a financial thing because 50 million is a lot for a left back, especially for one where you can't point to more than a handful of games in the most recent season to justify that price tag. And it really is a case of that because prior to this season, he wasn't pulling up any trees. Regardless, it does seem like this is the desired candidate. So, is it really worth the 50 million euro investment when you've got a guy, Fran Garcia, who is performing at such an incredible level under Xabi Alonso? This is an interesting one because Fran Garcia is performing incredibly well in Xabi Alonso's system. In the five at the back, he is operating extremely well, pairing with Vinicius Jr. on that side. He's creating those overlaps, he's creating dangerous overloads, and it looks like he's sitting pretty. It really does look like he's at home in that side. So why would you want to change him? Well, the thing is, and this is my argument against it, my argument is that you do need another person to play in that position, and you cannot trust Ferland Mendy. We're not going back to a Camavinga experiment, so we need to bring someone in. So who is that candidate? Do you go for the cheaper options, say, for example, a Miguel Gutierrez? I don't think so. I don't think the club is convinced by him in the slightest. And why would you be? He had that one season at Girona where he played incredible football, and who can write home about anything that he did this most recent campaign? I certainly can't. But in the case of Alvaro Carreras, I think that it gives you something else. I think that he gives you the ability to play in a four at the back. And this is something that Xabi Alonso will be aware of because he knows that he can't line up with five at the back in every game. That system is heavily reliant on the personnel that he's got available to him in the centre in the park. And I am talking about Tchouaméni. If Tchouaméni is missing games, you cannot play that system because who is operating in that position in that team? Camavinga? Really? The guy that can't keep himself fit? Ceballos? I doubt it. I can't see it. I really can't. And I think that because of that, you have to have a plan B. You have to have the ability to play in perhaps a 4-3-3. And that's not even considering the likes of Franco Mastantuono. And if you want to stick him on the right-hand side of a three up top, you're going to have to play four at the back. And we know that Fran Garcia struggles in that system. Could he improve with the coaching of Alonso? No doubt. But does that mean that you neglect to sign a player who could take you to the next level and who comfortably plays in that system? I don't think you do. So all of these stories, all of the people online saying that this is a signing that's not worth making, I think it's a little bit short-sighted because I think that by signing a player who has got so much upside and he's come up against top opposition this early in his career, I don't think you can afford to miss out on him, particularly when the competition to that position is so weak. When you look across Europe, think about how many genuine, world-class, accessible left-backs there are, because there aren't many. The top one in my eyes is Nuno Mendes at Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, he plays in the four and he plays it to perfection. Are you getting him out of Paris Saint-Germain? Not a chance. So you're really scratching your head trying to find that alternative. And I don't think that you are going to find much better than this guy. So I do believe that it's a little bit short-sighted. But then you could look at the other alternative. You could look at the fact that you could invest 50 million very effectively. But on who? Because the options, again, in the positions that you would like to strengthen, it doesn't get you very far. We all know that if we're looking at the centre-back situation, the ideal candidate is William Saliba. But he's not coming this season. He may well come next season, but you're going to have to start putting your pennies together and saving up because this guy's going to cost you north of 100 million. So, what do you do? Do you invest in a position, strengthen that position, and hope that you don't get injuries in the centre of the park? I think that's the strategy they're going to go with. I think they're going to bank on the likes of Militao and Asensio carrying that centre-back position in terms of depth. And I think that this time is the time to finally exercise the demons of Mondi's treatment nightmare and give yourself some form of solidity on the left-hand side. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.